everybody, Jack Wright, also known as Jackpot Button Lewis on YouTube here, and also writer, producer and director on my brand new football vlog series of Football's Coming Home Again. Now some of you out there might be wondering and asking, Jack, why have you decided to do this video? Well, there is a particular reason why I'm doing this video, and it's a message to all of you enthusiastic and passionate England football fans that I would like to, of course, ask for a little something that could be very vital for this upcoming project that I'm going to be doing later on this summer. Like I said earlier on, this particular project is titled, once again, Football's Coming Home Again. And this, once again, is a football vlog series that I'll be doing over this summer, and mostly in particular, the reason why I've decided to do it is that I'm going to be once again following the England national football team with our youngest and most optimistic team lineup in European football history to hopefully become European champions, as hopefully they would want to try and lift the famous Henri Dulaci trophy and hopefully become once again champions of Europe of UEFA Euro 2020, the upcoming tournament, but it was cancelled over a year ago due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, which is still happening at the moment. But earlier on this year, according to UEFA, the main governing bodies of course, the European Football Championship, the tournament will still go ahead this summer, and it will be kicking off this, of course, summer, or in more particularly, it will start on the 11th of June and go all the way for a whole month until the 11th of July, where the final, unbelievably, on all places, will be taking place at Wembley Stadium in London. Wembley Stadium is not just the biggest stadium of course, of capacity of fans that can be allowed into the stadiums, but also it will be the first time that the English stadium, of course, based in London, England, will be the first one to host a European Football Championship final since over 25 years ago, back in 1996, when England itself hosted the tournament. And if you might remember, it sadly, for us England fans and for fans of the England football team, it didn't end well as we lost on penalties to our old arch rivals of Germany. And for some of you that might remember, the person who was responsible for taking England out of that tournament was unbelievably now our manager for the England team of Gareth Southgate. But now 25 years have now passed, and since, of course, that dreaded time that still haunts him to this very day of him losing, of course, making England go out of their home tournament, he has now been given a more bigger task. And since the last FIFA World Cup in Russia in 2018, where he miraculously took one of the most youngest and inexperienced England football sides in the whole of world football, all the way to not just the semi-finals, but also equaling a all-time record of 4th place in the 3rd place playoff despite losing to Belgium. He has now regained the hope and optimism for loads of England fans across the nation. And now he has got one big target this year, after, of course, a dreaded, performance in the last tournament of Euro 2016 when Roy Hodgson was managing the England team. We lost to one of the most, of course, unexpected countries and most smallest countries that could ever beat us in the world, and also on the stage of the top of European international football, and that was Iceland. That small little country, of course, in Scandinavia. They actually managed to beat us and knocked us out of the tournament in just the knockout stages, and that was like I think our worst result that we've had for a long time for our run at the European Football Championships. But now, since of course the tournament was cancelled since last year because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, but it will go ahead according to UEFA. 4 years, or may I add 5 years, have now passed, and it's time for hopefully a little bit more hope and also optimism for England when it comes to this, once again, one of the top, and maybe I should say second top, of course, international football tournament, and of course not just being the best one in Europe, but also the world. This, of course, the World Cup's the top one, but just below it is, of course, the Euros. And with, of course, with what's coming up in the next few weeks, coming up with, of course, the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament itself, despite being played a year later, it still will be a very exciting tournament, as also it will celebrate the 60th, official 60th anniversary since the very first tournament all the way back, unbelievably, in 1960. Even though that the tournament itself was founded 2 years before in 1958. And the very first country that won the European Football Championship was the Soviet Union of Russia, would you believe? And I never would have thought that, of course, with the recent involvement with the country of Russia, for them hosting the FIFA World Cup just a few years ago, back in 2018, they've done a superb job anyway. But they still also have got a part to play in this tournament. But like I said, I'm focusing on England here. And with that being said, of course, I have gave you a quick overview of what the series is going to be all about. But there is one important thing that I want to mention, and a very important feature that I want to talk about with this brand new football vlog series. And that is, of course, all of you out there watching. Of course, I may be doing this by myself. I might actually get a little bit of a hand in with a bit of help from my dad, who also does follow the England football team, not as passionately as I do, but he has seen, of course, his fair share of memorable moments and, of course, favourite players of his back in his day when he watched the England football team at any major football tournament. But for all of you that might be watching, I want all of you that are watching out there, if you are an enthusiastic or passionate England football fan, and if you want to have, of course, and also play a part in my video, of course, on my football vlog series, once again, of Football's Coming Home Again, all you need to do is that if you have also got any stories you want to talk about, if you've ever been to any major of course, if you've ever been to a major football tournament with England being involved, whether it be, like I said, the World Cup or at the Euros, or if you've got a favourite England player that you want to talk about, that we could do as a little feature on this series, or if you want to do a prediction on any upcoming matches that England will play throughout this tournament coming up this summer, I would love you to all get involved with this. And that's why, like I said, I'm reaching out to all of you watching there to have your own input and have your say in, of course, this series over this summer with, once again, my new video, of course, and my new football video vlog series of, once again, Football's Coming Home Again. So if you want to have any involvement in, of course, with my, once again, my new football vlog series of Football's Coming Home Again, you can check out all of my social media, of course, platforms on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I will be giving you constant updates on either of them, of course, throughout when the tournament gets underway. And if you want to have a little involvement in this series, don't forget to direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, or also you can let me know on FaceTime as well. If any of you are good friends of mine who are also as passionate as I am as a England football fan. and I would love you to be involved because, like I said, it's not just about me. And with the theme of the tournament, since of course the theme for the tournament, or even the slogan for the tournament, is "Live it for real" this year, and of course the connection between the fans and the sport itself is more intimate and more closer than ever, since of course the world of football has been going through so much change, especially this year. For any of you that might remember of the recent collapse of the European Super League, and of course the power of all the fans, of course, being absolutely, having an absolute loathe for the tournament, and having their say on why, of course, a load of the owners of the clubs that were going to be involved in the European Super League, they actually kind of forgot about the main reason why the clubs actually exist, and that's because of the support of the fans. And that, of course, is one big factor that I want to focus on, not just in my series, but also, as I said, it's going to be a big part of the tournament. Even the song for the official song of the tournament was even written especially for the fans, called "We Are the People" by Martin Garrix, and also from the band of U2, Bono, and The Edge, of course, the very famous guitarist that partners up with him. And of course, if you would like to, like I said, be a part of my series, check out all of my social medias down the bottom, of course, in the video description box below, and I'll get to you as soon as I can, and I would love you to have a part of it. And honestly, tell all your friends about this series. I know that I've been doing a lot on social media recently, promoting this series, and I really want all of you out there to be a part of it. Honestly, this is your chance to be part of something truly special. And let me tell you something right now, if you don't take this opportunity, you're gonna miss out big time. This chance is not gonna be around, of course, for forever, remember. It's only gonna be for this year until next year also, which I'll be doing something very, very similar when, of course, the FIFA World Cup returns in Qatar, and next year in 2022 as well, and it'll be a very, very similar series that I've got planned as well, which is also in the works, and I'll be going straight on with that after when I've done this series once again of Football's Coming Home Again. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching this, of course, series overview of my new video, of course, my new football vlog series of Football's Coming Home Again. And if you, of course, with your involvement as fans that might be watching, and I hope to see you in a few weeks' time when I have my first episode of the series. And let's hope that, as I've been saying with the title of the show, 25 years on since Euro 96, can football come home again for England? We'll find out over, of course, this summer, through of course next month in June, all the way through to July, and let's hope that Gareth Southgate can have a bit of redemption, since he was not just responsible for England going out of course, Euro 96, but he's now broke the penalty shootout curse for England at major football tournaments, since we have now won two major, of course, penalty shootouts at two major football tournaments, with Colombia at the last World Cup, in Russia, like I said, in the knockout rounds, and also an amazing penalty shootout that we had in the third place playoff of the 2019 UEFA Nations League against Switzerland, despite losing to Netherlands in the previous game. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, as always, and until next time, au revoir, adios, auf Wiedersehen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a few weeks' time for the start once again of my new football vlog series of Football's Coming Home Again. And remember out there, to all you fans, your country needs you. Don't let me down. You could still play a part in this football series. See you in a few weeks' time this summer.